Hi guys, and welcome to this week's, I was going to say Alakazam video vlog.
Yeah, you're in the wrong bit.
It's alive, although I was on the vlog. That doesn't move.
No, I know.
It's got cast iron legs.
Yes, yeah, I was so taken aback by the thought of you thinking it was the vlog that I kind of nearly fell off me.
Same place.
Yeah, same place.
Different thing. It's really cold in here. This is why we both are wrapped up, because Chris turned his heater on and not ours. So
is that what he did?
He has, yeah.
Shame on you, Chris.
It's warm in his room, isn't it, Chris? Yeah, so warm in there. Well, welcome, guys. We got a cool little, I was say vlog live for you. For those who watched the vlog last week, will know that Andy, he tried to keep a straight face, kept laughing.
Yes.
Right.
I wonder why.
We'll see today how we get on with it.
Okay. All right. Yes.
We have got.
Not that you had any part to play in that at all.
I was completely innocent. If you watched the actual video back, the whole time I was very serious.
The bits that made it to the cut, yeah. And even the bits, the outtakes, it's just you, Dave.
I just sit here. This is
I can't even look this way because you're on my phone.
look at your phone, Andy.
No,
all right,
definitely not.
So we've got a load of stuff to look at and talk about this week. I took Virtuoso to have a look at. Boy, I'm excited to talk about that. You took The Shift.
Yes.
We have something back in stock now. And we have a deal for you guys as well, so it's going to be a great live. We also have a quiz you'll be glad to hear, just up here, there we go, crowd.live, and then the event code this week is Simon B for Dr. Simon Beckman.
Yes.
I've lost count of how many he's sent in, but he's sent in lots of really good ones. They keep being used. So.
He is the quiz guru, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah. Just sending in literally every week, I think.
Yeah,
I've come up with this quiz.
And we don't use them every week, although we could, because they are brilliant. It's got some really good ones. You can win one of these.
Wow!
And that is the Alakazam Live Quiz Winner mug. The only way you can, and apparently, I don't know how true this is. It makes your tea taste 10 times better.
It does.
But you can only win these, you can't buy them. And I've given you a clue as to one of the answers in today's quiz. So take note of what you just saw. Should we start with some hellos? We normally do.
Let's have a look at the hellos.
This is like when Anne and Dex swap sides. And then Anne gets replaced by Holly Willoughby for reasons we won't go into. I am normally there, but this week obviously I am on the computer, controlling the quiz.
You are in the head role.
Yes, I'm in the driver's seat, as per se. It feels a bit weird for me to be this side as well, I'll be honest. So, hello to all of you out there. Mark Waddington, who sent that in. Lawson, Civita, Ian. I always end up getting this name wrong. Bushan. He did tell me this. I keep getting it wrong. Sorry. Buchan?
Buchan?
If it's Buchan, I've made it sound very...
Buchan. As in hyacinth bouquet. Bucket. Buchan. No, I'm not going.
What are you going
I'm reading these off.
We've got Andrew Paul Smith joined us, Tom Roll, Lucy Wilson, Will Magic Man. So thank you so much, guys and girls.
We have the legend that is Leo Smetzer's on here as well.
You say legend, I mean... He's a nice guy.
He's a nice guy.
We love Leo.
Hello, Leo.
So let's start, shall we? And I think...
just to point out thing. Mark Patrick Kavanagh. Hello, but Anton Deg are funny. Laugh out loud. Matter of opinion, really.
We're not here for comedy reasons, Mark. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I have to, that's the only non-funny thing I have to say about that. So.
Ian said, right first time. Well, me or Dave?
I'm getting so confused. Right, leave that. Let's talk magic. As you know, we always like you guys to get your opinions into us. We love it when we can talk and debate on a subject. Now, I have a question for Andy that I'm going to throw at him in a little bit. But if you have any questions that you think will make a good topic, you guys can all get involved in that topic as well. We've had a lot of fun doing this. So get them into us. What are the questions you ask your pals down the Magic Club? Get them into us and we will answer them. That's why we're here. I have a question for you.
Oh.
Yeah. You've been doing magic for a long time.
All right.
I think we covered it in the vlog. It's something like 50 years. So,
You
Just saying. But you still have more hair than me, so
there we go.
Swings and roundabouts. How do you keep it fresh, and what keeps you motivated to keep doing magic? From my opinion, there's lots of tricks that get released on a weekly basis, and a lot of them are rehashes or the plots are very similar to as they are before.
Yeah.
What keeps you excited and moving forward and wanting to keep learning and opening new books?
So first off, the very fact that I'm very lucky. Obviously, I work for Alakazam. So and I have done for many years, and I've been involved with different parts of the Alakazam business over quite a longer period. I mean, I've known Peter for I don't know how many years, but I've known him a lot longer than I've worked for him. First off, every day, I get to spend time with the likes of yourself. I get to spend time with Peter, with Harry, with Theo. So obviously, quite apart from magic that comes in, we talk about other diverse stuff as well. Yeah. So it might be that that you say, "Have you seen this program?" And I go, "No, tell me a bit more about it." You tell me about it, and then I go and watch that program, and then Peter might say, "Have you seen this film?" And we all kind of do it, So we're not only talking about magic, but we're talking about other things that kind of influence our day to day, our day to day. And I think that part of what I certainly try to take away is the sense that when I go out and perform, it's not just new magic tricks or new routines or new sleights or anything that I'm working on. It's kind of like, let's take presentation for example. It would be very easy for me to say, I want to come up with a presentation for such and such. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go and look at a load of magic books, watch a load of magic DVDs, and get some inspiration. I do that. But what I also do to keep it fresh is I listen to what other people are saying, and I road test stuff with you, with Peter, with Harry at Houdini's, and at home with friends, family. I do that part, but I also listen to the other things that you're saying. So I might think, oh, actually, Dave was telling me about something that he saw on TV the other day, which may have been a completely unrelated show, and then I go, actually, that will fit in really well there in this routine that I'm trying to put together. So I guess the point I'm making is to keep it fresh. I don't just look at things that are happening in the magic world or listen to things that are happening in the magic world. Social media being as prevalent as what it is, a lot of my friends post up memes, and they post up like little they're like captions that are funny captions. You've probably seen they're all like blocked out background, and then it might say whatever it says, and that makes me chuckle enough. If it makes me chuckle, and I think, oh, actually, I could probably put that in there somehow, put that into a show or a routine. Then I make a note of it in my notes folder, and then refer to it again later on.
So you use it as sort of like presentational stance rather than method. It's like if I can be topical on a trick that I already do. Then, no, it makes sense.
I was talking earlier on to someone that's had a long time association with Alakazam, which is Chris Harding, and we were talking about the baby gag, and he uses the baby gag. I use the baby gag to open up stand-up parlour show, and we were talking about the sort of way that I've tweaked some of the bits of it, things that I've learned from it, things that he's learned from it. And you're always I guess it's also the feedback as well. Because we did it this last few days. You were at Houdini's Friday. I was at Houdini's Saturday. And yesterday morning we were comparing notes and going, how was it with you? Did you try out that new routine? What did that do? So we've always got that feedback loop as well.
And I'm glad to say on the back of the Houdini's thing is that the Christmas parties has already started, guys. Which is early. Interesting stories. Already, and the season hasn't really begun, but the Christmas parties have. So
get your battle armour out.
It's always a time of the year, isn't it, which is interesting, the Christmas party time, where people lose all sort of
inhibition. Well, they lose everything.
They do.
We tend to lose everything as well.
Like the will to live,
dignity, those sort of things. So, okay.
Yes.
As you've asked me that question, how do you keep things fresh?
Me, it's trick based.
Right.
I'm searching out just plots that maybe haven't been looked at in as much detail recently.
Right.
So I always reference Tarbell and the Course of Magic that we looked at on the vlog. So when I'm looking for a bit of inspiration, I'll just look through them and see some of the old plots. And sometimes it's a picture in Tarbell that has a little bit of writing with it, not a full. And you go, oh, how do I interpret that? So it'll be pictures that will jump out at me, and I'll go, oh, and then my mind might think it's one thing, when I read it's different, and then what I do is I'll go with what I thought, and then you start to go down that route. But I spoke to you the other day about an effect, and I've started working on that, and you walked me through some of the moves for that, and it's not something I would normally do. And that is something I'm excited about at the moment, but how to change the ending to make it more me.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is, and I'm moving more towards books now. So I get excited about a book and about being able to open and I always interpret. I know it sounds silly. I think it might just be the way I was when I was a kid, but I used to hate reading. Not very academic as a kid, and if it didn't have pictures in it, it didn't really entice me. So and I kind of carry that through into Magic, and I think in a way it actually helps me because my mind will look at a picture and make an assumption, and very regularly I'll read then what the book's about, and it'll be completely different to what I assumed. So now I have a piece of information or a plot that has just been created in my head that I can now run with, So yeah, I think it's just, what is it? It's 24 years of interest in Magic, and I think it's important to have something that keeps it fresh.
Quite.
All right, so shall we get the code one more time, guys, and we'll start the quiz for you, and then we'll start talking about a couple of these products. And
so
great to see so many names out there.
The event code is Simon B, and it's www.crowd.live if you want to enter the quiz.
Mark says, what do you guys spend a month on Magic?
Oh.
Do you know what? It can be nothing some months.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm in a very privileged position to get a lot of demo stuff come in, to not take and use, but to really make my mind up as whether that's something I would want to buy. And not being in this position, there would have been so much stuff. I remember when I used to live at home that I would buy and then be a bit disappointed, didn't look like trade or what have you. Well, I now have that to be able to look at it before making that purchase. So I don't spend probably as much as I used to. However, there'll be times when there's a run of amazing things that come in, and I want them all. Yeah. So
and also, as working magicians, obviously we have consumables that we're going through regularly: playing cards, rope, flash paper, those sort of things. They're always a constant. But it's kind of. I guess it's kind of if you find your feet. I mean, that certainly from my point of view, and I'm sure you're pretty much the same in a lot of respects. We have our act as is. My stand-up act is pretty much the way it is. Occasionally I tweak stuff, but there's very little in that there's going to be consumable wise. Maybe some rope, playing cards. But there's not going to be a lot that I'm going to end up having to replace or either because it's worn out or because I want to put in a new trick, because I've kind of worked towards this whole now and pretty happy with what's going on there. But a lot of the time it's consumables more than anything else.
Mainly, I think. Michael Cooley says, do you sell children's magic effects? We have access to probably every...
we have access to a lot of children's magic effects.
We don't stock a lot in store. We'll stock your generic children's magic stuff. But if you type it in, or it will even be in the categories with children's magic, there are hundreds of effects on our site. So definitely check them out. Yeah.
two great ones to check out if you're looking for some new magic is the Joker Tube and also the Crystal Silk Cylinder as well. Two amazing effects, like a highly visual as well, and make for great routines.
And you get a lot of time out of the Joker Tube and a lot of comedy bits as well. And we actually have them in stock. They're one of our, one of the ones we love to promote. It's such a great trick. Right, we'll come back to some of your questions in a moment, but let's get the quiz rocking for you guys. So head over to the quiz, and I'm going to start this off. So 10 questions. You're going to have 30 seconds on each question. Okay. The quicker you answer it, the more points you're going to get, and so you'll see how that changes the leaderboard. But if you've never played this before, last chance. Go on, guys. Head over there. Play it this week. We normally say actually after the first 3 questions you can still play because it doesn't change too much. But let's go and start the quiz. There we go. What is the first name of card magician Biddle, famous for his Biddle still move and grip? Eli, Elmer, Eugene or Houston? I've literally copied this over as it was written, so apologies if I can't read it like a normal human being. Right, okay. Question number 2. Andy?
The Little Egypt Gazette is now an online magazine produced by whom? Steve Bryant, Richard Kaufman, Nicholas Einhorn or David Solomon?
Nicely read there, Andrew.
Thank you.
You can do the next one as well.
Ah, okay.
I put that sound in because that's normally when Pete vapes.
Oh,
it's only fair we keep it going. And Pete is watching as well.
He is watching. Hello, Peter.
Right, question number 3. Here we go.
Which magician was the head writer for Nickelodeon's Rugrats and also wrote for Everybody Loves Raymond? Was it Sean Farquhar, Rob Zabrecki, David Regal or John Archer?
The 1326 from Southwest Train Services. Oh dear. Alright guys, 5 seconds left on this one. Lovely job. Right, so we always do it at this point. We're always going to have a little look-see at the leaderboard. So let's see who's at the top of the leaderboard. Oh, Steve B is at the top of the leaderboard. 262 versus 248 and 245. So not a lot in it, guys. 28 of you playing this week. Thank you for joining us. And all still to play for. So let's just pop this code up one more time to you guys that haven't been playing, can still get involved. Open a new screen on your mobile device or wherever you're watching us and type that in, and you can still continue on with the quiz. Lovely. So lots of cool questions coming in, but I will just go on the tricks just for now, and we'll come back to a few of the questions. So where shall we start, Andy?
I think we should start with this.
Royce.
Yes.
Okay. So this is just a quick one because I'm sure a lot of you have seen it already. These come in and go out very quickly. We've just had another batch come in, so if you want to get your hands on one, these are back in stock now. I will drop the trailer in for those who haven't seen it, so let's take a look at it now. Hi everyone, I'm Dave Loosely and I am so excited to present to you Envision. Envision is my ultra visual free phase coin transposition effect and I absolutely love performing this. There are many coin tricks that look great but they just don't work in the real world. Well, this does both. It looks fantastic and it is a real worker. So let's take a look at what it looks like. So this trick stems from a dream, okay? And it's a dream that a lot of people have. I don't know if you've had it yourself. You know, when you're falling and then you just wake up before you hit the bottom. You've ever had that dream?
Yeah.
Now, as a magician, I have similar dreams, but a bit more weird. I was standing over a money box and I let go of the coin, and just as it went to hit the bottom of the money box, it appears back in my hand. right? Which is a bit of a bizarre moment. Now I'm going to base the whole trick around it so you can see it, but the coin's here, I go to place it in and it'll always jump back to the last place, right? Now that's in my hand, so it's not mega impressive, but when I can do it in your hand, that's when it becomes magical. So hold your hand up for me. I want you to close your hand around the copper coin. Turn your hand over. On the back of your hand, I'm going to balance the silver coin. Now in Magic we use different tools for misdirection. So if I've got a pen here and I look at the pen, you kind of look at the pen.
Yeah.
Alright, if I point down at the coin, you would look at the coin. Never would a magician point at the place where the magic was.
Oh my god!
Now you can see the coin in your hand, right? But if I was to tap it and it was to change, that would mean that the penny is in your hand, and in your hand is the penny because that's when it jumps back to me. Any questions?
No!
You'll see that in your hand is
Shut up!
the penny and I have the $50.
What the?
Because it's that dream, you can check it out.
Oh my god! What the hell?
Yeah.
You'll be glad to hear that this is so easy to do. It's perfect for the beginner and the real world worker. Envision isn't just one routine, we teach you a ton of bonus routines which are just as good and just as visual. You get everything you need inside the pack, so why not grab yours now at alakazam.co.uk. I'm Dave Loosely and this is Envision. Alright, so there you have it. So these are, well, they came in stock yesterday. We're already down on them. So there's, I think there's about 15 of these left before we go out of stock again. So if you like the look of it, head over to our site now, alakazam.co.uk, and type in Envision. So, where next, my dear friend?
Well, as you guys know, me and Dave have been looking at different things over the course of the last couple of days, and there's been a lot of excitement about this amazing book just here, not least between the two of us, but also with Harry and Theo as well, and Peter. So we're all keen to have a look to see what was happening with The Shift by Ben L. And I was very lucky to take a brief look, a copy of it, and I have to say it's pretty amazing. So what is The Shift? I guess the best way of looking at it is it's a way of thinking. Okay, so there are some tricks in here, there are some moves in here, and there are some ideas in here, some applications, some theories, and lots of food for thought. So Ben, I know that a lot of people know Ben L's name, not least because obviously he released Past Midnight with us. We also have Real Deck Switches, Real Coin Magic, and Real Ace Cutting. I think it was last year or the year before we had his previous book, which was called, and the name has escaped me just Less is More. So not someone that releases a lot of material regularly, but when that material is released, people sit up and they take notice, and justifiably so. I am a big fan of magic books. I'm a big fan of Ben L. What I like about this is that it kind of cuts to the chase. So we were talking earlier on that a lot of magic books, they have, I mean, let's face it, magic books are like reading technical manuals. They are. And going back to what you were saying earlier on, I think that's why a lot of people are put off by books, is because it kind of reminds you of being back at school. And being back at school, reading books was not an exciting thing at all. And so reading magic books, kind of digesting what a magic book says to you, can be quite a difficult thing.
It's a beautiful book as well.
It is a beautiful book.
I don't think that's going to give anything away there, but the quality of the pictures and the quality of the book itself is amazing. You can tell a lot of time's gone into this. And then there's a section at the back that I haven't read, I really want to read, which I think, have you read it?
I haven't, I want to read that section as well, and it's all on The Art of Deception. Written by, not written by Ben L. It's written by someone that his job is deception. And even from the first couple of sentences that I did manage to catch a quick glimpse of, you know, you can tell that the man knows what he's talking about. So this is what I like, and you see this with everything that Ben's released. It is very much stuff where you go away, where all of a sudden there's a spark and you go,
Yeah.
Right. Okay. That makes complete sense.
I mean, the thing in there about practicing, that's very, very clever.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and that is just one really good example of the kind of thinking that Ben is capable of.
Yeah.
You know, the whole practice regime and the kind of way that you apply practicing to magic. Because let's face it, right? If you were to say to someone, "Oh, you've got to go and practice," I know when I speak to Noah and I say, "Oh, you know, Noah, we've got football this week. You need to go to football practice."
Yeah.
Right. Until he gets there, all I get is, or his mum gets is, "Oh, I don't want to go. It's too cold. It's too this." Right. And you mentioned practice to a lot of people, including magicians, and people kind of you can switch off.
Yeah.
Because no one likes to practice. You know, there are far easier routes that I'm sure people can take. But the truth of the matter is, practice can be enjoyable, and you benefit from it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like with rehearsal. We know that we can practice moves as given in here, but we also rehearse. We rehearse them as a set.
Yeah.
So that when we go out and perform them, they make sense. They work, and you know, you kind of have this sense of completeness rather than just bits.
Yeah.
You know, so I love it. You could. My only thing is, right, and I say this in complete honesty, is that you might think, well, it doesn't look a lot, but trust me, what is in here is extremely good and very useful, and stuff that will certainly get the little grey cells buzzing and thinking.
Yeah. No, brilliant. So that's a shift by Benno. We have a few of these in stock, but obviously we can get some more in as well.
Yeah.
It's a great size for a book as well.
Yeah.
You know, I know a lot of you guys travel, so you don't want anything too big and bulky. That's a perfect size to throw in your backpack or in your laptop case. And you're ready to roll. I will just answer a question there. Someone was asking what the coins were in this. It's a $50 Old English penny. The reason for that, we did try it in UK coins, because of the gimmick and the sizing, it just didn't look right and it didn't work. So we wanted something that was quite generic. I use a lot of American coins anyway when I do routines. So and I know a lot of other magicians do. So $50 Old English is on that. Michael Cooley says, "What's been the best trick of 2019 so far?"
Oh, difficult.
If you're talking Alakazam item, I think Roll kind of stole the show a little bit. It's such a practical working effect, and so easy to do. It's just been not one person said a bad thing about it that I've heard anyway.
No.
So Roll, if you're talking Alakazam wise.
Well, to be fair, and I'm not just saying this. I think other products that are up there are also pretty much ours. You know, on target, Diabolical V5, Envision.
Yeah.
You know, so it's been a good time, and lots of really practical, workable, strong effects as well.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, and more to come.
Yeah. And you know, unfortunately as well, there's so many tricks released that we don't talk about, we don't want to highlight. We're not here to be negative on effects. Like we'd rather highlight the good effects than talk about some of the negatives, because you know we know a lot of time goes into creating, no matter whether the trick's good or bad, and there's just opinions anyway. But on a weekly basis, there's so many tricks that are released.
Yeah, there is.
You know, because I think now anyone, if you have a smartphone, you can now film and edit a video. You know, it's people are self-publishing all the time, and the reason for that is because it's more accessible and easy to do. But that also means there's no filter.
Yes.
If you take it to a magic shop, a magic company, it gets filtered through the 4 or 5 bodies that are there to create the best product.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I guess it was that the only way that you could really get your name out there was by going to a magic company.
Yeah.
Whereas, like you said, it's so accessible and so easy to do now. Especially with streaming videos. Streaming videos are, you know, prolific. They're popping up all of the time.
Yeah.
Some that are long tutorials. Some that are literally a couple of minutes. You know, it's just there. It's information, and it's information that is there at the touch of a button.
Yeah.
But as you guys know, we pride ourselves in our releases. Everything from the packaging to the trick itself. Everything is a very thorough and very well thought out process that we do all together, and a fun process as well. We, stuff that we've been working on. I think we both agree that we kind of look at it and go, wow, do you know what? If you did this, and then this isn't blowing this out of proportion. We have those moments where we go, oh my God, wow, if you just do that. We're just as excited about everything that we release as you guys are about performing it as well.
Yeah, and they don't just come in and go straight out. There's lots of time that goes into that. I'm excited about the next 4 releases. We've got some really cool stuff that's coming out. So keep your eyes peeled on the hype shelf. The latest one is obviously On Target. That's done exceptionally well, and for good reason. That's another great trick. It's exciting times at Alakazam. Keep your eyes peeled and watch this space. So let's head back and do 3 more questions. Let's head over to the quiz. I'm on Crowdfire right now. So here we go. Question. And you ready?
Yep.
Number 4.
Oh, John Carey released an effect called A Night at the Opera, A Night at the Casino, A Night at the Races, A Night at the Movies.
Do you know this one?
I hope so. John would shoot me if I didn't.
That's very true. All right.
Probably shoot me anyway.
Question number fair enough. Number 5.
Ooh.
On Peter Nardi's personal website homepage, what is Peter wearing? A. Nothing. No. Jeans and a t-shirt. B. Straight jacket. C. Cocktail dress. Or D. A pinstripe suit. We know this one.
We know this one.
Because it was also on the front of Genie. Was it Genie?
Yes.
And that is in the toilet. So, there you have it.
It's not quite in the toilet.
Well, it's on the back of the door. It's not in the toilet. No, it's to reword that.
Yeah.
It's on the back of the door of the toilet.
Yeah.
There we go. Trying to get me in trouble. All right. Question number 6. Which famous magician started L&L Publishing in 1986 in order to publish his own classic magic book? Was it A. Larry Jennings, B. Simon Lovell, C. Harry Lorraine, or D. René Levant?
That'd be an interesting one, I think.
What's that mean?
The answer.
The answer, okay. Yeah. Cool. Alright, lovely. That is, where do we go from 3 to 6? So we've done 3 there. So there we go, let's head back and have a little look at the leaderboard.
Has it changed?
Oh no, it's still there. Oh, it's close though.
Yeah.
It is close.
Yeah.
Everything is going to change, I reckon, after the next couple of questions. So Steve B is still holding first position there. And on the hills is Trevor and Shiv. So keep going, guys. Keep playing, even if you're in last position. Set yourself a best score and then try and beat it next week. So we love that you guys get involved in this. Hopefully you enjoy it. What's the trick with the thumb on the back wall? Oh no, this is a light counter, of which I think we lost Bluetooth to it. So that normally shows like 100 million likes or whatever it is we've got now on Facebook. And if you haven't liked our Facebook page, like it now.
Yeah.
See that?
Yeah, that was good.
There.
Yeah.
And that's a light bulb.
That's a light bulb. Yes.
John light bulb. So, sorry, I'm trying to read and answer as well at the same time. But
I like an old Alakazam product by John Archer, Dodecadeal. Will Alakazam put video in my account? I don't think there is a video for it. If I remember quite, Dodecadeal was quite an old product, so that probably comes with a DVD. Oh, was it written? Oh, yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, actually, you might be right there. That is a long time ago. So as far as
I might be wrong. It was before.
I'll check it out and I'll see if I can drop you a message, Rob. But as far as I'm aware, they were written instructions, so there's currently no videos for it.
Anyways, Mark Hall's got a shoot, but thank you, Mark, for dropping in the links, and thank you for everything you're doing at Alakazam USA. I know I read earlier a couple of awesome comments. Mark has got Amazing knowledge in magic. It's got awesome customer service. So
Yeah.
if you are in USA, Canada, check out the American site.
And I will speak to you a bit later, Mark.
There you go.
Just so you know.
Personal message in there through the Alexander Live. So lovely job. Let's talk about this. I'm dying to talk about this, and boy, am I excited. Let me take you back. How many years are we talking? We're talking into my teens, so at least 10 years, right? I remember sitting there in the Winter Gardens.
Yeah.
It was one of my first black balls. I was probably 16 or 17. And this guy, Topaz, came on and absolutely blew me away. Everything he did was original, creative. It was just nothing like I've ever seen before, right? And all of those acts that I saw are on here.
Yeah.
Okay. So what this is Topaz's entire life, I think, put into 4 DVDs. And I'll quickly take you through this because the first DVD, and I've been watching through these to get an idea as to. Now, I haven't watched the very beginning to the very end, right? Because I unfortunately haven't got the time to do that. I want to, but by the time I've done that, this will be old news, unfortunately. That's how quick magic moves in this industry. But so I have watched all the DVDs, but more so sort of skim watched. And boy, has there been some amazing moments. That I was saying to you, Andy, you've got to have a look at this. Andy, you have to have a look at this. So DVD 1 is solely on his unique stage illusions.
Yeah.
Okay. As to which I've never done a stage illusion in my life, and I probably never will. However, the knowledge that I gained from them was incredible, invaluable, right? Because I think as magicians, it's really important to learn elements of magic that you don't necessarily want to do, because you can take a technique and then apply it to your close-up set.
Yeah.
Like already, like the table, one of the tables, I'm thinking down the route of a similar thing using the bicycle box.
Right.
Okay, so straight away my mind's running with something that I saw in there. Now there's just incredible illusions on there, levitations, appearances, banishes, and just listening to him and how in depth he goes on everything is amazing.
Yeah,
You
he's
know?
a perfectionist.
He absolutely is, and he has got the coolest technicians in the world, because some of these things are unreal. Now, you're not going to be able to watch disc 1 and go and do any of it. I'll be honest with that, because they are custom built illusions. I think what Topaz has done here is kind of documented his whole life on DVD.
Yeah.
And although you're not going to be able to go and do those effects, you wouldn't want to anyway, because he's known for them. You can use techniques to maybe create your own versions of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's kind of the thing is these are blueprints for you going away and going, do you know what? I saw Topaz do this. Like you said, I wouldn't do it I wouldn't do it that way, because this is the way that Topaz does it.
Yeah.
But you know what? I don't know if I can maybe custom something else.
Yeah.
And make up something else that fits your own style.
So I've got a lot more I want to talk about here, but I think we have. Did we get a trailer in the end, Chris, for this? Yeah. Yeah. So let's take a little look at the official trailer for Virtuoso. Alright, so that was a trailer, and that's just some snippets of some of the effects on there. I remember watching, and you saw these sort of pop up. There's a manipulation routine that he does using bells, which is incredible. I remember it vividly from when I was a kid as well, where he ends producing like a guitar.
Yeah.
And he literally takes you through everything, step by step. His manipulation act, step by step. He takes you through the toys act. Now this is the thing. This is his ball manipulation routine, which is I said to Andy, I went, "You got to watch this. It's amazing."
Yeah. There was a couple of moments. I actually, when we were talking about featuring this today, one of the things you showed me previously was the trip with the orange.
Yeah.
And you said, have a look at this, right? And
I said, this is the plot.
This is the plot. And then you showed me just a small part of the method, and I just went, "Oh, come on!" Right? Because that is it. I mean, there's just reading the cover here. It actually says by Max Maven, Topaz is a genius.
Yeah.
And Topaz is a genius.
Like, it is worth the money. Now, it's a lot of money. It's 4 discs, but I said earlier, if you're going to get a few nuggets from just the Manip Act, which there are many, he goes into, a tile, what to wear, all this sort of stuff. And I don't mean you're going to do his act. I mean, you're going to be able to use these elsewhere. Yeah. How to produce a large item from hidden in plain sight.
Yeah.
He produces a guitar.
Yeah.
And even that, you can in your mind say, well, how can I use that? If I was going to do stage, how can I use that? But also, I think you could take that thing, shrink it down and do it closer.
Yeah, and that's exactly right. I mean, we're not just talking about this is how it works, this is what you do.
Yeah.
We're talking about this is where you stand, this is where you turn, this is the timing, the beat, all of those things that, I think it's fairly safe to say we can pretty much watch Illusionist, big scale magic and go, wow, they're just doing this. It's not about that at all. It's about so much more, and he exemplifies that. It really does.
Yeah, this is not just like what unfortunately has been sort of tarnished with the words box jumping. Yeah. I know there's a lot more to it than that. So if you're an illusionist, don't take offence to that. This isn't just jumping in and out of boxes. This is I'm gonna get in trouble for that because I know jumping in and out of boxes, I couldn't do it myself. But still, this is a lot more than that. This is a lot of time, a lot of thought has gone into each of these acts, and I think just sitting and watching the act and then watching it how it works is worth the price of it.
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to perform each and everything on here, but I think the value is in the information more than going and getting a prop. Especially for myself, as we were saying earlier, how do you keep it fresh? Well, I hadn't seen any of the methods. Like, I've seen the effects and I didn't think that the ball thing worked how it worked. So now that's excited me. You can probably tell me the way I'm talking about this. It's excited me and given me that drive to go, wow, well, how can I utilise these things?
Yeah.
Really, really amazing. If you've got the money, I highly recommend it. You're going to want to take a disc at a time. I hopefully will have the opportunity to really just sit and watch start to finish, because I haven't even looked at disc 4, and I know that's where a lot of the theory and the talking comes into it. So I mean, as far as the way it's produced, it's by EMC, which the quality is going to be amazing. So that is Virtuoso.
Just one last thing, just saying about the discs that are on here. Don't be put off. Sometimes you see the DVDs and you think, I'll watch disc 1, 2 and 3 because that's got the magic on it. Disc 4 is all about the theory. That's probably going to be something that I'm going to skip. We were having a conversation, or I say we were having a conversation earlier on. I kind of said to you when we were talking about what we would discuss today, about theory, because there is no doubt to me that the whole approach to theory is becoming more and more at the forefront of a lot of magicians' kind of thinking now than it is the actual method as such. And when we talk about theory, we're talking really, you say it and people switch off, but in all honesty, theory sometimes can elevate things from being a good trick to being an absolute masterpiece, stunning, strong piece of magic. And we're not talking about heavy duty maths and heavy duty philosophical thinking. We're just talking about reasonable thought and application. And we have conversations about theory. But don't get us wrong, we don't sit there, we don't like sit there with our cup of tea and stuff and have long, really in-depth conversations about it.
No.
Occasionally something will crop up and we'll kind of mull it over, we'll talk about it, and that's the sort of thing that, you really want to kind of take on board. So don't, when you hear the word or see the word theory, go, I'm never going to bother with that. Because honestly, that is probably going to contain some of the stuff that really, you either need to hear or need to take on board, kind of moving forward as well.
Well, this guy's been there. He's done it. He's spent probably hundreds of thousands of pounds on the stuff. He's giving you experience and knowledge and theory that he's gained over the years. So it's amazing. It really is. So. That is that, and we'll finish off the questions because we're already nearly an hour, and then we'll give you an awesome deal on this bad boy.
Yes.
So let's head back over to the quiz.
We have been joined by Mr. Benjamin Earl.
Hey, hello.
So hello, Ben, and Henry as well.
We were just talking about your book. So it is awesome. It was all good. You can watch it back. But also Studio 52 is the company, right?
Yes,
so,
Studio 52 is the company.
Check them out for sure, because I'm sure there's more awesome stuff coming from them. So, question number 7. Andy?
Who developed a new famous wallet in the 1950s, originally selling it as Billfold? Was it Tom Mulliker, Richard Himber, Jerry O'Connell, or Albert Garner?
No idea. Actually, I do know this one. After getting it wrong.
Yeah. And also typing out the quiz.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that might have something to do with it. Alright. And here we go. Question number 8. Which of the following is not... Oh, there we go. It's not a release from Benel. Is it A, real coin magic, B, real ace cutting, C, real card passing, or D, real deck switches? Ben, there could be a new release there.
Yeah.
Alright, 5 seconds to go. And then just 2 more questions. So we'll do question 9, then we'll give you the awesome offer, and then we'll finish on question 10. So let's go to 9 now. What colour is the handle and inside of the Alakazam quiz winner mug? Now, we showed you this earlier, so hopefully it's still in your mind. And it's a weird thing because what's that optical illusion where the colour's written on the wrong colour?
Oh, stereopsis.
Yeah, so
I think.
Don't go for the wrong one. Go for what you read, not what you see.
So was it red,
Yeah.
yellow, blue,
Yeah.
or green?
Good. Alright, so there you have it. Question number 9 is complete. Let's head over and just check where the leaderboard is, see if there's any chance for second and third to steal the first place. There is.
Wow.
Okay, that is close. All of you have got 8 out of 10, and you can see that Steve B just got it slightly quicker. So question number 10 is going to determine exactly who the winner is for this week, and we will give you that in just a moment. But I think let's drop the trailer for this and then tell the lovely people what they can get it for.
Okay, so this is the trailer for the Pantera wallet.
Johnny, right?
I think the movie Snatch. Really?
Really?
Yeah.
What would it be like to know what someone's thinking at any given time?
Here's what I've done. I've written down a prediction. Can you think of a movie, perhaps?
What does that say?
And what would you do with that information? What if I told you it was in plain sight the entire time? I think the movie Snatch. Really? Really? Yeah. Johnny, right? Is that it?
There you have it.
Yeah, black screen at the end.
Yes, these things are awesome. We've had them for a while, but we haven't spoken to highlight them in ages, and they are brilliant. They're just the perfect size to fit in your pocket.
Yeah.
Carry your business cards or a couple of bank cards, and it is a peak device.
It is a peak device, and a very clever one at that.
Yeah, I will openly say as well, built into this is, what is it called? What we're looking at here. Do you remember?
What do you mean?
There's a very clever way where you can just openly place this down on the table, and you can get your bit of information while they're looking at the exact place you're looking at, but they will not see it. Privacy screen is what it's called.
Yes.
There we go. It utilises that. Plus, you don't actually need to use it if you don't want to. When I perform don't. I just keep business cards in there, and I'm ready to go that way. You get it as well because you're looking at it now. You can see that it says FedEx Express.
Yeah,
it's like a business card in there, and you can see that, but you won't be able to see what I need to see, and vice versa.
Yes, yeah.
So
it is a very clever piece of equipment. It really is, and it's a nice size. It is nice enough to keep a few cards in, your money in. Put it in your pocket, carry it around with you. It looks the business. It looks very becoming of someone. If you wanted to go out, I hate the fact that when I'm working, even though I carry a wallet when I'm working, I hate the fact that it's kind of there. Whereas this, it looks a little bit more in becoming with the fact that I'm in a suit. And I'm kind of ready to work. So, and
it's nicer as an everyday carry around as well. Or if you're going out for a night out and you don't want to take a big bulky wallet, normally I'd just take my bank card and that's it really. So to keep it in there, it is thin. It's good leather as always from us here, and you're going to be able to get an awesome peek out of it. So you can read someone's mind from just that. So these are normally £50. They're nearly half price for $27.99.
$27.99. Tony Curtis says, "Who made that great Pantera wallet?"
No idea. No idea. Modest is our Tony.
Modest, yeah, but he does such an amazing job. So
he makes the best wallets. He does make the best wallets, and it's all compact, it's ready to go. I think is it DVD you get? Oh, it's a code you get. So online streaming video to teach you all the moves. Not that there are any, to teach you how it works. You can get them now while stocks last, and we genuinely mean that. We always have people when we do the lives or when we do the vlogs that go on there and we're sold out. It's not a sales pitch to get you over there quickly. We have limited supplies, so once these are gone, they're gone at that price. And how am I going to keep the price up for, Andy?
I would say till the end of the week.
Yeah, so make sure you head over there before the end of the week or while stocks last and grab yours for $27.99. A bargain when they're normally $50.
Yeah.
So that is the Pantera. Get your hands on one of them now on our site. Let's take a little look at the last question, I think.
Yes, okay, let's take a look.
So here we go, guys. Opportunity to win the quiz. And we're going to go for question number 10. Remember, be quick. Right now.
What image was printed on the front cover of the first issue of the Magic Circular, the magazine of the Magic Circle? Was it a pyramid with an eye at the apex, a crystal ball, the signs of the zodiac, or the Eye of Horus?
Oh, this could all change from this
I think this would be a make or break thing.
Yeah. 9 seconds left to go. It was Stroop test. Yes, it was. Sorry, it was Stroop test.
My bad. Should have known that.
That's fine. And there we have it. So that is this week's quiz. If if you want to pass us the mug, the winner will win one of these, and that gives you the answer to one of the questions there. It was yellow, of course. We do always go over the answers. You, I believe, already know who's won, so let's have a look. There it is. Steve B held it all together. 9 out of 10 questions correctly. So awesome job. Congratulations to you. So none of them got the last question right? Yeah, 2 of them got it right. And then Steve got it just slightly quicker. So well done, Steve. If you send in sales@alakazam.co.uk, say that you are the winner of the quiz, and we will get one of these out to you. All that's left to do is to take a little look at the answers to the questions. So we will zoom through these, and we were going to not do these, but people like to hear them. So yes. It's always interesting.
Yeah. Okay. So first question.
Yes. Elmer is his first name. Elmer Biddle.
Elmer Biddle.
Question number 2. The Little Egypt Gazette is now an online magazine produced by Steve Bryant.
Which magician was the head writer for Nickelodeon's Rugrats and also wrote for Everybody Loves Raymond? That would be David Regal.
Yeah. John Kerry released an effect called Night at the Casino.
On Peter Nardi's personal website homepage, what is Peter wearing? He is wearing a pinstripe suit.
Yes, he is. Question number 6. Which famous magician started L&L Publishing? It was Larry Jennings. Number 7.
Who developed a new famous wallet in the 1950s, originally selling it as billfold? That would be Richard Himber.
Question number 8. Which of the following is not a release from Benno? It is real card passing.
What colour is the handle and inside of the Alakazam Quiz winner's mug? It is yellow.
Question number 10. What image was printed on the front cover of the first issue of the Magic Circular, the magazine of the Magic Circles? The Signs of the Zodiac. And there you have it. That is all 10 questions this week. Brilliant quiz by Simon Beckman. Remind me to give him his points. £15 worth of Alakazam points he gets. And if you have a quiz that you want to send to us, it's just 10 questions with 4 multiple choice answers, and we use it, then you too can get £15 worth of loyalty points.
Yep, just send them in to sales@alakazam.co.uk, and we can use them on one of the lives.
So the hour has just pretty much come up, and this room's just got hot.
So I can now
Chris
feel my toes.
Baking in his room, isn't he?
Yeah, we'll go out there, right, and it'll be in shades, shorts. Lapping it up.
So, thank you so much for joining us, as always, guys and girls. Take full advantage of this offer while it's still up there. We have got Envisions in stock, hopefully still after this. We have a few of the shifts left. Check them out. Well worth a look. And Virtuoso, I cannot recommend that enough. Is amazing, creative, amazing magic. Thank you for joining me.
Oh, you're very welcome.
I joined you last week on your turf, and you've joined me on mine,
which would be here.
There we go.
Excellent.
Different vibe though.
Different vibe. What you mean? Less laughter.
Less unprofessional this week.
Oh, boxing gloves are out. There we go.
All right, ladies and gents, thanks so much for joining us. Join Andy and Harry on this week's vlog on the Friday. We'll see you next Tuesday at 2 o'clock. Take care.